chakra day. Today we're going to be dealing with the throat chakra. The throat chakra is indicated by the color blue. Today I decided to just come outside instead of going to the park, so you can find grass and trees anywhere. If you can't get outside or you're choosing not to go outside, feel free to go to your nearest window or draw a picture of outside or use your creativity to imagine being outside. So I'm very excited because the throat chakra is how we express ourselves, our truth, our creativity with kindness. This is about standing up for yourself or standing in your own truth. This is being able to express yourself using song, using sounds. This is also about listening and practicing the art of listening. Throat chakra is connected to our sacral chakra. So when we say it's connected to the sacral chakra, what we mean is if the sacral chakra is where you birth your creation or your creative ideas, then the throat chakra is where you're going to express those ideas. The other thing about the throat chakra is that when we suppress our voice, then if it doesn't come out, it goes back in. And that suppression then causes digestive problems. The earth throat chakra is found in the great wonders of the world, the pyramids in Egypt, Mount Sinai in Egypt, and also the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. So there's that these areas create a triangle, and triangle means trust. Do you trust yourself? Can the earth trust you? And can we trust each other? So breathing into Lake Titicaca, the solar plexus in Uluru, our heart chakra in Glastonbury, England, and then our throat chakra with the pyramids in Egypt. So now you want to breathe that in. Always, we breathe into the heavens, to our crown chakra, to the heavens, and then back down again into the ground. If you're making offerings today, any offerings of blue or any offerings that deal with the throat, honey could also be a good thing to offer today. If you're planting seeds, plant something strong, something that makes you stand in your power and to speak your truth, be creative. Okay, so I learned my lesson from yesterday. So we're going to be doing the card reading inside. The three cards that came out initially was the Three of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds, and the Two of Clubs. The interesting thing about this particular spread was for me to look at the what is above is below. Start with what is below. The Three of Clubs deals with our quiet time, our time we're spending in isolation, the time we're in now. The Jack of Diamonds deals with the messages that we can receive that we're not receiving but should be able to receive from our ancient wisdom keepers, the messages that comes from our sacred chakra areas on the earth. And then the Two of Clubs deals with vibration. Now we look at what is above. The Three of Clubs goes back to copper. The Jack deals with understanding the language. And then the Two is about underground. So what does this mean? So basically what it means is while we're in isolation, while we're having this quiet time, we're not receiving the messages. So we need to improve our vibration or tune in the vibration of the area so we can get the messages. When we think about the copper, what we talked about yesterday with the heart chakra, copper is deposited below the earth. So this is what we mean when we say underground, below the earth. What does this mean? We need to imagine ourselves below the earth, such as the copper deposit that is underground. Go underground and feel that vibration that comes from below. Understand the language that is being spoken to us, and so that we can interpret the messages that are coming through. Another way to look at this is to just look at your own body. Assess what came up for you with your lower chakras. So when you did the exercise on the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart, what messages did you receive? Be quiet. This is teaching us to really practice the art of listening. So be quiet and to hear those messages, and whatever comes through, call on our ancient wisdom keepers to hear what they're saying so that we can speak that truth. And that truth could be a sound, it could be a song, it could be a message, it could just be raw. It doesn't have to be anything deep. The four more cards came out the deck. The King of Spade and the Eight of Spade, the King of Clubs and the Eight of Clubs. So going back to this idea of what is above is below. The below, the king represents the communication of the group, of the collective, and what gets put into the air or the universe. The above is the soul work that we're all doing, have been doing, and coupling that with the tribal, indigenous, ancient wisdom keepers. So what does that mean? What this means is, as we're going under the ground to hear these vibrations and being very quiet, as we're opening and aligning and balancing these chakras with our own body, and we're partnering with the earth, this power that we're gaining will allow us to speak into the universe what we need and what we want. The vice versa of that, whatever you're speaking into the universe of what you see, what you need, is what you're feeding the power to. So as a collective, this is a great time for us to think about, what does the new earth looks like? And one way to do that is to assess yourself. So for instance, in my case, I feel like I am lacking nutrients, I'm dehydrated. When I can assess myself and then give to my earthly body, then how does that align with the earth? In what area is getting overcompensated by processed things, materials, plastics? What area is lacking nutrients, essential oils? So we can start imagining this new earth. So we assess ourselves, we go under. So imagine yourself with the copper. If for those of you who have a great imagination, if this is like too abstract for you, just assess your lower chakras. That's what this is. So assess your lower chakras, which is the same thing as being able to go underneath. Listen. This is where you got to practice the art of listening. Listen to what comes up. It could be a song or sound or message. What we do to take care of our bodies, we're also taking care of the earth. And then the last thing, I put in the letters of the cards and translated each letter in English to Arabic, and then took the Arabic to create the Arabic alphabet to create the word, and it came up with the word overlooked. And this message has come up before, and hopefully I did it right. But the word overlooked has come up before, and that just indicates what is right in front of us that we are missing. What is right in front of us that we are missing? So as we imagine, this is our chance to communicate what this new earth can look like. Assess yourself your lower chakras, or imagine yourself under the earth where the copper is gathered, and listen to that vibration, listen to the messages that comes up, and then write down or remember what comes up for you. It could be a song, it could be a sound, it could be a message, it could be a dance, and then we can see what comes up for the collective so that we're on the same page. So I look forward to getting your input and feedback about what some of you come up with, and especially us as elective. So there you have it. I am the Reverend Dr. MC Stephanie Burns. So grateful for all of you. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.